Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's the franchise, the king, and the voice of the Cavaliers. Tune in. WrestleMania 41 match card predictions going down right now.
Nah, mate. Oh, knock, knock. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door, but what's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in your core. Buying, yeah, what for? But do what I need to, always sure. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door. What's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in your core. Buying, yeah, what for? But do what I need to, always sure. Boring, never been that. I get paid, bro, just to relax. Yeah, more money now, yeah, more tax. Sorted it now, don't worry about that. Boring, yeah, I've never been that. I get paid, bro, just to relax. Yeah, more money, but yeah, more tax. But sorted it now, don't worry about that. Flexing, yeah, but your soul is empty. Dripping in diamonds, Fenty. Dripping in vibes, got plenty. Got the technique, yeah, like Jet Li. Ow. One little chop like pow. One little hit like wow. Living for the now, live for the sound. Nice for the dollar, but I'm making a pound.
All right. It's official. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, for the night 1 and night 2 predictions. Like I said, man, I'm the franchise city king with the GOW. But with us, man, we got our honorary GOW member. You know what I'm saying? The voice of the city right here, man. We got a Mod Crump in the building, big bro. How you feeling?
What's going on, y'all? Good? How y'all doing? Y'all all right?
Man, we good as man. You know, as good as the win, man.
Yes, sir. So look, man, it's been a while. So really quick, how we do our predictions, and you've done this with us a few times for our single matches. We pick who we think gonna win, but for the multi-people matches, so anything that's got 3 or more, you get 3 choices: your first choice, your second choice, and your third choice.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Depending on how many people, if it's like 6 people, it's like 6 people. It's like that's a lot of people. So we're gonna give you 3 options. Stuff like that. It says 5. We're gonna work like with 2. We try to work with the numbers.
Right.
All right. Well, look, man. Look, we know you're a busy man, so we ain't gonna waste no time. So, with no further ado, the first match up on the docket is.
Let's get to it. Ooh.
All right. So we got the tag team championships going on, man. We got the War Raiders versus the New Day. Ahmad, man. Since you back on the stream, we gonna give you honorary choice number 1. Who you rocking with?
Honestly, I think this is a simple choice. The War Raiders. I don't understand their angle. I know they're great athletes and I know what they actually do, but the whole storyline with this New Day is they want to see if they can make it without Big E, and and I'm pretty sure where they already catching a lot of heat already with all the fans and stuff like that, and the fans don't. They're actually buying into the heat. I just don't buy Kofi and Xavier as heels because they haven't been heels in a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't. But I definitely think they're going to continue the storyline of this greatest tag team of all time thing or whatever. So I'm gonna give this one to the New Day as the new tag team champions.
Okay. And see, for me. And I feel where you're coming from, Ahmad, because for me, when we were watching the whole thing go down, once Karrion Kross started trying to plant the seeds to Xavier Woods, I wanted to see Xavier Woods turn heel. I was looking for him to go solo. I wasn't looking for Kofi to all of a sudden now I'm mad. Now I feel some type of way, and now I'm angry Kofi. Nah, but for Woods, it was different, and that's where it was like we were game for it. It was moving in the right direction. And then all of a sudden they just pivoted from it and they decided to keep them in the tag team, and they've barely done anything really to really keep us hating them other than just saying a few things from time to time. So I definitely understand and get where you're coming from. But for me, you made a very valid point, man. I was gonna go to War Raiders. I ain't gonna lie. I thought maybe they would retain. I didn't think they were gonna be transitional champions right now. Because they really hadn't had it for a while. They just beat the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
You really haven't done too much with them. You may have like 1 or 2 matches, but you made a convincing argument, man. I think I got to go with the new Day,
Right.
for the new for the what 12 time. I think they'll be 12-time tag team champions.
Yep.
Look here, my guys. Y'all make very valid points, right? And I understand, but I can't put a tag team championship around the waist or on the shoulders of a man like Kofi that ain't got no facial hair no more. It just don't fit. It don't go together. You know, I love Kofi, but you're too ugly right now.
Right.
So on
This
that
is
count,
this is heel Kofi. This is heel face Kofi.
It's heel face Kofi. I like that way. That's heel face Kofi.
No. This ain't heel face Kofi. This is goat face Kofi. And,
Goat face Kofi.
and I cannot sit up here and I cannot agree to this. But with that being said, I gotta keep the titles on my guys, man, the War Raiders. Now, do I think the New Day gonna get the titles back eventually? Absolutely. But like Ahmad even said, man, you know, this whole heel turn for me right now just isn't clicking as far as the characters. You know, people are kind of cheering it because it's different, but not necessarily because it's good. So for right now, man, definitely got to go with the War Raiders on the retention on that one.
For sure. All right, bet, man. Well, let's keep this thing going, Pippin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, next up. All right, we got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Valkyria, the Women's IC Champion, and Bayley for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Bro, this is all on you. Who you
Well,
rocking?
first and foremost, man. First of all, shout out to Daniel, shout out to Big Boy, shout out to Earl. What's good with y'all, man? What's up with the people in the building today, man? Earl says, man, I'm going on a beer run for this match. My pick is the New Day. Big Boy got the New Day. Hey, so far, man, look like everybody's riding with the New Day so far. Much of one want to get to the people. Raquel and Liv. You know what? We already questioned this match. We already questioned it because you got the Women's Intercontinental Champion not defending her championship at WrestleMania, but instead inside of a tag team match. And it's not like she's been having the greatest title run anyway. I understand you want to kind of give her something to do. You can put a bevy of women in a match and let them just do what they do best. And it would be a good match. You can find a spot for her. I hate that they put her in this match, but because of that, I'm going with the retention here. I'm sticking with the tag champs. I think Liv and Raquel retain. It's WrestleMania. I think Valkyria and Bayley will give a great match. They'll do their part, but yeah, I feel like Dirty Dom is gonna do what he do best. Even with him having a match, he's gonna still find a way. I got to go with Liv and Raquel.
Okay. You got Liv and Raquel. I got Liv and Raquel as well, man. Crump, who you got?
I'm gonna round it out, and I'm gonna say Liv and Raquel too. This something's going on within the New Day. I'm sorry, within the Judgment Day. Something's going on within them, and I don't know. One of the guys somehow is going to get pushed out some way. I don't know how, but I think that Raquel and Liv is going to keep it intact with these titles, and I think they're going to win it.
Okay, as right now we got Earl. Earl seems to agree. Bayley and Lyra. We got Big Boy in the building as well. He seems to have Liv and Raquel. Okay. All right, so we got 2 of our tag team matches down. Let's see what we got for match number 3.
Logan Paul and AJ Styles.
Let's see. No, we got one even better. We got Rey Mysterio versus Grande Americano. 2 Cole's favorite wrestler.
Man, stop saying that. Stop saying that out loud.
All right, man. So look, I love Chad Gable, man. Hey, bro, you know, me and you, we talked about this. We hate what they've done with Chad Gable. They put him on a serious run right before He ended up re-signing this contract, and now we back to doing this goofy gimmick stuff. With that being said, man, I'm happy he's on the card. Unfortunately, I hate that it's as El Grande Americano. With that being said, man, I got to go with the GOAT, Rey Mysterio. Crump, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio as well too. I don't like what they're doing with Chad Gable. Just like you said, I mean, I really thought once upon a time that he was gonna make a serious push there. I believe it was the Intercontinental title he was going after
Yep.
a while back, and then he ended up turning heel on Sami Zayn. I believe that's who it was,
Yeah.
and just ain't been the same. They figured that I got him locked up, so I'm a play around with him a little bit. So. Yeah, I don't like the whole mask gimmick, hiding under the ring and
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna go with like you said, Mysterio as well.
King,
Man, look, no, you definitely right about what they've been doing with Chad. After that Intercontinental run he kind of had with Gunther, and just the emotion and how everything was going with that, and the fans being behind him and wanting to see him succeed, because a lot of us thought, oh, they're gonna run this back at WrestleMania, and it's gonna be Chad taking the title off Gunther, but it ended up being Sami Zayn instead. So it's been a bit of a disappointment, but I ain't gonna lie. I think this was the moment, and the reason why he went and did what he did. It got to pay off. It better pay off. And if it don't, it's gonna be a failure, and I'm gonna lose out on the points. So I'm going with Americano with a victory over Rey Mysterio. So it gotta pay off. It gotta pay off, man, or it was just a waste. Like you could have just had to do something different.
You going with the fake Mexican versus the real Mexican? Oh, that's so American.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm going with the fake one. I'm going with the fake one, man.
Oh man, you just turned into Chipotle, man. Come on. All right.
Man. Okay, man. Oh man.
All right, man. Easing on down the road, man. We got the phenomenal one, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Let's see. Who went first last time?
It was you.
It was me. All right, then the ball back on Crump, your court.
Man, I think this probably might be one of the most uninteresting matches on the actual card. But I think by simply off of Prime being, a huge partner in this thing, and I really don't know what this AJ Styles angle is with the Karrion Kross, and I don't know where that's going. I'm gonna go with Logan on this one. I'm gonna go with Logan as the winner over AJ Styles.
Oh.
And I understand why he said that, because that's where I'm going to. I don't want to see AJ Styles lose, but it's been a minute since he won.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna keep coming on and losing. He gonna, looking great and losing. I feel like Karrion Kross could play a part in this, but I feel like Logan Paul's gonna find a way to cheat and get this victory, man. Yeah. And I hate this for AJ Styles. I really do. But if he gets the victory, I'll happily accept not getting the points if he wins. But I think Logan Paul gonna steal this.
You know what? I want to pick AJ so bad, but y'all two make very convincing arguments. I have been swayed to the Prime side of the situation. With that being said, man, I got to go with Ohio's own Logan Paul.
If you want my drink to sponsor your event, I gotta win.
Come on. Hey, somebody got to cut the check.
Right, exactly.
Right, man. All right, bro, man. Let's keep moving, man. We still got a lot to go through, brother. Let's go.
Come on, man. You already know. All right, now we finally get a little bit of ladies action. Yeah, some of that melanin magic, some of that chocolate. Yeah. With that being said, we got the Storm Jade Cargill versus the Glow Naomi. Bro, who you got?
You better be cautious. That's cautious right there. That's that caution right there. You better.
Yeah.
Hey, look. The story's been up and down, the whole build. Once it happened, it was who done it. And I think this is a big part of the reason why people have been booing Bianca Belair at the same time. I think folks wanted her to have something to do with it, because I think even you franchise, you was like, nah, man, this is Bianca's plan. This reeks of her idea. And the fact that it's come out that this was just straight Naomi. But I feel like what people wanted from Bianca, we didn't get. And then she kind of just got thrown into another situation, and it was Sad's way. She didn't get thrown into it. It was an opportunity. Yeah. It was Elimination Chamber. She won. She got an opportunity for the championship. She's going to go on to face Rhea Ripley. Now, because Mommy is so popular.
Yeah.
And, and it's like Io is just lovable, but it's like you got to boo somebody. Nobody's going to boo Io right now. And like I said, Mommy's too popular. So it's like, the odd man out is Bianca, so she's getting the heel. She's getting the heat. But I think that stems from this match. Now, again, once we got to the reveal, Jade shows up. She puts that ass whooping on she put a whooping on Naomi in the chamber.
Yep.
Hey, it let us know everything we needed to know. They've been going back and forth. Naomi's actually been cutting some good promos, the little vignettes she's been doing to kind of show this new darker side of herself, something we haven't seen from her. We've been needing to see it from her. So I'm down with it. Who I got to win? That's the problem. I don't know. I want to say Jade. I feel like it's built up for her to win.
Come on. Because I'm gonna be honest, Naomi can afford. Naomi is the veteran in this situation. She can afford to lose this. Jade, you spent all that time, all that money, all that hype when she first got signed to WWE. You need to make this look like the true investment she is. Love Naomi, but Jade is your investment. Just saying.
I get that. I get that, but that's logic, and you can't use logic in this business. So, all right, I gotta make a pick, man, so y'all can make y'all picks. You know what? I'm going with it. It's Naomi. I'm going with Naomi.
Ooh, okay. Crump, man, who you got? Who you feeling? Because I know who I got.
I got 3 words. Proceed with caution. I gotta go with Naomi. This whole darker side. I think this is a push for her. I really think this is going to be a push for her. I don't know if there's going to be some controversy. I don't know how it's going to take place or whatever, but I just think that this is going to be a major push for Naomi, and so I think I'm gonna roll with her for this one.
All right, well, I guess once again the franchise will be the odd man out, because as much as I love me some Naomi, yes, I do. I got to go with the Storm, man. I got to go with Jade. I feel like this is Jade's moment. I hear what y'all saying. I do. But I feel like Jade needs this more than Naomi right now.
She can have her moment and lose.
Yeah.
You can. We've always said this 1,000 times. You can always have a better match as the loser than a bad match as the winner. So we've said that stars have been made in losses. Absolutely.
That's what the wrestlers say, for sure.
But I gotta go with Jade. I got to. So I'll take this on the chin. I'll take this one on the chin. All right. So next up, who we got?
What's up next, man? We
got a fatal 4-way for that Intercontinental. Yeah, we got Braun Breaker, we got Dirty Dom, we got Finn Balor, we got that boy Seto, Miendo, Zero Fear, Penta.
I'll tell you what, man, for this match, it's a fatal 4-way. So whoever your pick is, wherever that pick is, you get 2 extra points. So instead of being 1 point, it'll be 2. So altogether, it'll be 3 points. You get 3 points off of it. You can get 3 points off of it. I'm gonna add 2 bonus points.
Wow.
So who's your guaranteed this person's winning this match?
I think after all the smoke is done, after everything is gone, with all the drama that's going on, and how unpopular it will be with the fans, I'm going with the dirty one.
Don't say it. Oh, I know
I'm going with the dirty one, Dirty Dime, as the new Intercontinental Champion.
Let me
Some
write
type
this
of
down.
beef some type of beef is going to happen between him and Finn. They're already beefing a little bit. You know, Dom's trying to get new people to join the Judgment Day, and Finn is like, "No, we're not doing that. Woo, woo,
Yep.
woo, whatever." I think this is how they're going to push Finn somehow, some way out of Judgment Day, and I think as unpopular it would be with the fans, I think Dom walks out with his first championship.
Oh, and then
Second.
you said that earlier in the week, bro. When we was talking, you said there was a situation where you could see it. You don't want to see it, but you could see it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on the exact
Yeah,
opposite
yeah.
side of that. I feel like because there will be beef between
Damn.
Dom and Finn.
Ooh, wow. I didn't think no.
I got Breaker on my end.
You got Breaker, you got a retention. All right, you got the chat. You got the chat. Okay. Ah, man. Earl says he's got Breaker all across the board. Breaker. Big Boy says Dom. You got he got Dom. All right, shit, man. You know what, man? I'm going with Finn. I think I know we leaving Penta out. I don't think he's ready for the Intercontinental Championship right now.
Right.
I feel like they be rushing to try to put a championship on him, and he's not really ready for it yet. Like this would be the moment to either make or break him for later on.
Right.
Yeah.
If you went, I want to make this one really interesting. So you went with Dom, you got Breaker. I'm gonna go with Finn. I'm gonna choose Finn.
Okay. All right, man. We easing on down this match card. But guess what? Now we starting to talk that talk. Now we getting into some real big, meaty man action. With that being said, we got the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, with his chance to get his hand on his first singles gold against who? That boy L.A. Knight. Yeah, for the U.S. Championship.
Fatu, flat out.
You got Fatu. I got Fatu too.
Fatu.
Yaramina.
Fatu, boy. I'm going.
I gotta go with him. He is so over now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, no matter what he does, and I'm glad he's keeping this heel role, no matter if they cheer for him or not.
Mm-hmm.
But the fans have bought into him. And yeah, I think this is his time for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. It's like, and because you know something's gonna build from it between him and Solo, and that's fine. Everybody going with the werewolf. But look, I'm good with whatever comes down later. But right now, for this moment, if there's ever like a WrestleMania, like a real WrestleMania match with a real WrestleMania moment, hey man, when this dude win, hey, it's gonna be. He don't win. Oh my god. Oh my god. He don't win.
Crazy. And the thing I like about it too is that you could tell when they first brought him into WWE, they kind of had him a little restricted. Now that he got the trust of the company, they let my boy go out there and talk crazy, do his 1-2. It's like, hey, what do you say? All brakes, no gas. I'm off the leash now. Yeah.
Like, boy, he's dangerous, and you gotta love a dangerous person in the company like him, because boy, you got to keep your eyes on him because he can go at anybody at any time.
Well, speaking of dangerous, man, we got two dangerous people coming up next. That's right. We got that boy Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Crump, man. Who you feeling in this one, man? Do you see the Archer Infamy pulling it out? Or do you see the Scottish psychopath laying the law down on the former world champion?
I'm gonna have to go with the Scottish psychopath on this one. And it's because I'm like, I think they took the belt off Damian too fast.
Yep.
SummerSlam. I mean, he won it at WrestleMania, so that was in April, and he lost it a couple months later at SummerSlam. It's just like, when he had the title, he was like, like I think the fans bought into him. I just think now, he's he's not that A-lister anymore, you know,
Mm-mm.
and I think Drew is just on his way up. And I think possibly, you know, Drew missed his chance. You know, I mean, he won the title, you
Yeah.
know, at WrestleMania during the COVID. You know, it was no fans watching it though. You know, so I
Yeah.
think this is just a way for for them to make up. You know, for him, he might get another push out of this. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with McIntyre on this one.
Okay. Bro, who you got?
Man, you know who I got, man. I got the Archer of Infamy, man. I'm going with Priest, man. I gotta go with my dude, man.
Okay.
I got to, man. He needs some get back, man. Drew been talking to y'all a lot of that smack. He been doing a yada yada yak, and he needs to get shut up real quick, man. So I'm going with Priest, man.
As much as I love my boy Drew, and I love him to death, and almost in any other situation, I will pick Drew. Man, I got to do it for my boy DP, man. I got to do it for my boy Priest for the exact same reason you said, Amon. I feel like my boy got a raw deal. I feel like they cut his run short, and I feel like they kind of panicked. You know,
Yeah,
I understand who Gunther is. We understand how great of a champion he is. But it's like I feel like my boy Priest could at least made it through SummerSlam, and I feel like him
yeah,
going to SmackDown was a way to get him out of the whole Judgment Day stuff and to really focus on him being just him, a solo guy. So
right.
good
And
thing
be a
it was
new guy
Drew.
in the WWE picture also.
Yeah. So and Drew's established. But like you say, I still think even though Priest has shown he can carry the ball, they still took it away. I still think he got a little bit more proving to do, which is the only reason I'm gonna go against Drew in this one. So I got Priest. All right, so let's see who we got. Earl says, what do you say? Earl says, I rode with Drew so long and he's been losing. This time I'm going with Priest and watch Drew finally get his W. Okay, so he said, so he said that Drew over there too. All right. Next up. Is it Tiffy time or will the queen go back on top of her throne? That's right. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for that WWE Women's Championship.
It's on you, man.
I know. You see how I try to drag that shit out?
Yeah, I did. When I heard you say, nope, it's on you, my guy. Go ahead and make that first pick, my boy. Go ahead and make it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I got Tiffany to win. I got Tiffany to win.
Make it official.
Yeah. Tiffany official. Yeah, for sure.
You want Tiffany?
But I can't believe I'm saying this. I can see WWE pulling the trigger on Charlotte. I don't know what their infatuation is. I hope they don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But just to put it on the record, I got Tiffany winning. I got Tiffany.
Bye.
I'm gonna roll with Tiffy time as well too. I just I mean Charlotte's been away.
Yeah.
And he just came back, and I just think I mean I think the fans had enough of her. I think the fans have had enough of her, and I wonder is this beef between them really real? Bringing up this personal stuff. Talking about her 3 divorces, and all this good stuff. So I think it's real heat there, but I think Tippy Time takes this one for sure.
Yes, sir.
I believe they had to go that route because they weren't getting any.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, it was personal stuff, and it was stuff to say. I mean, Charlotte going 0 for 3. Louis Kaiser DM Charlotte. To me, that was the most unbelievable thing because if I got a choice for, I'm DMing. Charlotte. I'm definitely DMing Tiffy. It's Tiffy time. I'm DMing Tiffy. But I feel like because of the one promo they had where they weren't face to face, but they were like via satellite or whatever, and Charlotte cooked her. She's been cooking her. Charlotte been cooking Tiffy pretty much the whole entire time, and then Tiffy finally got her get back, and it was like she needed that. Like she kind of needed that, but I don't know if it's real personal beef. I think it was just like we need to do something to spice this thing up. We got to get people to really believe, the hype, and
right.
It was the right stuff. It was the right stuff to say. So
yeah.
I don't know if it was that personal, but I do. It could be some personality in it. With that being said, I'm with y'all. I don't see Charlotte winning. I don't want Charlotte to win. I believe it's more beneficiary for Tiffy. If you're Charlotte's gonna get another title shot, like she's gonna get another championship. We know she is. But right now, you need to continue to build these new stars. If this was Vince was running the show, Charlotte. Hands down, Charlotte's winning. But with Triple H, I got faith, man. Tiffy gonna have a moment that she needs to have. She needs to have it.
All right, so we got Tiffy across the board. Now, speaking of having moments, man, this moment has been built up over several years. That's right, because led with the wise man at the front and fourth center of everything, we got the triple threat, man. We got the tribal chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns. We got the drip guy, Seth freaking Rollins. We got the best in the world, the Second City Saint himself, CM Punk. No title on the line, but definitely guaranteed to probably be a show stealer. With that being said, bro, the person that's in the center of all this ain't even a damn wrestler. It's Paul Heyman.
For the custody of Paul Heyman. We went from the custody of Dominic to the custody of Paul Heyman. All right.
And the funny part about this, bro, because you and I, when we were talking earlier in the week, I said, the deal was that Paul Heyman walks out with CM Punk. Now you got Seth Rollins talking about Heyman owes him a favor. Roman Reigns on Monday said, yo, why the hell am I paying the debt for a favor I never asked for in the first place? Because if you think about it, this goes all the way back to Survivor Series last year when it was the OG bloodline versus the new bloodline. It was 4-on-5. Roman said, I don't need help from CM Punk. Let's just run it 4 against 5, and whatever happens, happens. Paul Heyman, being the con man he is, the used car salesman he is, the reason ECW went under, is the reason that this whole situation even exists. So with that being said, Crump, I'm going to swing it to you. Who do you have?
Man, so, and I'm probably way off base on this, but I heard some words that he said, that this gentleman said, and my winner who I'm going to pick in this is going to be the visionary.
Yes.
The revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. And I'm going to say that because I think somehow, some way, Seth Rollins, somewhere this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, will join the corporate rock team.
Yep.
Whatever this is, that the Rock wants to form with Cena, whatever, somehow, some way, I think Seth is going to be a part of that. And I think Heyman is going to be a part of that as well, too. So I think Seth wins this triple threat match.
I agree wholeheartedly. And another thing that solidified it for me, guys, is if you paid attention to Seth Rollins' outfit on Monday, it was a play on The Rock's old Hollywood Rock outfit when he used to come out with the black pants and the black vest. Seth had the same exact thing, just in his own little style. And the one thing that Seth said that I noticed, he kept saying the same thing that Cena said. Was best for business. He said that line about 5 or 6 different times, and he dropped little phrases that The Rock and Cena have been using the last year or so. So I'm like, man, hey, again, like you say, could be way off base, but man, look, I'm reading the tea leaves, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will admit I'm a mark. But with that being said, bro, I'm with you on this one. I got the drip guy. I got Seth freaking Rollins, bro. Who you got? Because I don't know which way you're going today.
I'm going with CM Punk.
Oh, wow. So nobody picking Roman. Oh, wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought one of you were gonna pick Roman. I just knew I'm like one of y'all picking Roman. I'm like, one of y'all gotta be picking Roman. I know there's no way nobody's gonna pick Roman. It was either gonna be Roman or Seth that didn't get picked, but It's Roman that look like it's not getting picked.
Yeah.
Allie hasn't did her picks yet, so she may pick Roman. I don't know yet. But
I just think Roman's run is. I mean, without having that title, he's just. I mean, he's just another guy.
Yeah.
He really. I mean, he's definitely. He was so over when he had the actual belt
Yeah.
that I think he can play off that. I think the whole "we the ones" thing is kind of died down a little bit. He don't even say it no more.
Yeah.
It's more about the OTC. You know, yeah. Until Roman is one of those guys that he's had the title for so long that he needs the heavyweight title to be that relevant guy again, and he's still relevant, but just the whole character, the whole it's not the same without the belt.
yeah.
So is Roman Reigns, is he one of those cases where, some people don't need the title and then some people do? So is it one of those situations where instead of him making the title made him?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, I say a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because and the reason I say that is because it was more of the character change that made him. Signing up with Paul Heyman is what changed Roman Reigns into what we're seeing now. It's the whole demeanor, the talk, the whole way he presents himself. That was the key change. And then him getting the Universal Championship, that was like, okay, that really wasn't huge. It was like he's back. He's getting back the championship we knew he was going to take from Goldberg before the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
It was winning the other title, and still that's when it kind of just amplified because it was still kind of a rough shot because it kind of got stagnant until Sammy started coming into the group, and then the comic relief and everything else kind of picked up more from it.
Yeah.
So I would say it was a little bit more of the character work, and then once he got the title, and then you started talking more about the streak of him being 3 years, 4 years of being this champion and not losing and all of that stuff. Then that became more of he's the needle mover. He's still the needle mover now. I mean, obviously people still go crazy when he comes out.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say it's a little bit of both.
Okay. Well, look, all right, guys, we are here, man. We are in the final 3 matches of the card. So right now, man, things about to cook up a little bit, and we go from one bloodline member to the next. We got that boy main event Jay Uso Yeet versus the Ring General Gunther for that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And let me say this, man, my boy Jay said, hell yeah, I'm crashing out. Gunther say, I don't give a damn what you gonna do. I'm gonna beat you so bad you're gonna need to go back and pray to that God you were talking about last week. And with that being said, Gunther, he's held the title for a little bit now. Jay Uso, we've said this time and time again, bro. He's 0-3. He lost right before the Rumble. Then when he won the Rumble, a lot of people online were like, what the hell? This dude just lost. This makes no sense. Because we kind of figured he was going to go right back for Gunther. With that being said, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to stake my claim right now. I got main event Jay Uso. King, who you got?
Oh man. I'm going to say Jay Uso. I don't know if Gunther should lose another championship at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, you build this dude up, and when it gets to the grandest stage of them all, he can't deliver. I don't buy that for the character of who he is. You don't hold championship for as long as you can for all the year just to lose it at the biggest stage. I don't want to buy that, but Jay can't lose this for a 4th time in a row.
He can't.
Like he shouldn't have.
Let me put it this way. Because we just had a situation last year with Priest winning at Mania, losing at SummerSlam. Okay, let's do this. Jay gets his Mania moment. He beat Gunther because Gunther gonna get the title right back. What are you gonna do? Drive down to the US? Hell no. He gonna stay in the main event picture of that title. Maybe Gunther. Maybe you run a program where this ain't it. maybe Gunther want to get back at SummerSlam, and now you done with Jay and Gunther for good.
Well, you know, there's never you can never say never in wrestling.
True.
But I hear you, man. But I'm gonna go with Jay, man.
Okay, Jay.
I'm gonna stick with Jay. I'm gonna stick with Jay because I think it's gonna be Yeet-Mania. It's gonna be the Yeet-Mania. The crowd gonna go crazy. You know, you gonna Pat McAfee gonna throw he gonna blow out his rotator cuff or something. So you know, it's gonna be Michael Cole. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Michael Cole because he's gonna yeet too goddamn hard. But I still, but that's my only thing about this match. It's like, man, does this man lose another title match? Like he won the triple threat a couple of years ago, but I felt like if he shouldn't have lost to Sammy, he should have lost to Chad Gable, but we already know how that worked out. We gotta see.
All right, Crump, it's up to you, man. Who you got?
I gotta go with Jay for sure. Just for the simple fact, if Jay loses this, you destroy the character of main event Jay Uso forever.
Yeah.
You know, he's been at this for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, and he's a main eventer, like the crowd likes him and all that, but if they don't put the title on him now, I think Gunther is the better wrestler for sure.
Oh yeah.
He's the better wrestler. But he's so over worldwide, you know, and you know what we saw in Paris last year when he took on Damian Priest. You know, and the whole crowd doing the whole yeet thing, whatever. I think that right there skyrocketed his popularity with everybody doing the yeet thing and you know, and I'm happy that, you know, when he came to Cleveland after he won the Royal Rumble, all the fans was chanting one more time. That's the first place that it started at, and now every city is chanting one more time thing, you know. So I just think and just this match was so dead at first, but them bringing Jimmy into this, I think that was smart business. He done made it personal. They done made it about family, and Jay has a reason to actually win this thing. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go with the yeet, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Now we are down to the final two, and we back to the ladies because now we got that triple threat action going on. We got Mommy, we got the Genius of the Sky, and we got the EST of the WWE, the roughest, the toughest, the fastest, the strongest, the BEST, the best, Bianca Belair. And they are going for that WWE Women's World Title. Crump, the ball is in your court. Who you got?
I like how we all had that moment on a match. We all had our one match where it's like, shit.
This is gonna be difficult. Somehow, some way, I am going to roll. Wow, this is a tough one. I think it's her time now. I think Bianca is going to win this thing.
Okay.
I think she's going to win this as a heel.
Yeah.
The fans, because I have noticed the fans have booed a little bit now. Rhea is so popular. Io is so popular now. They don't want Bianca. Bianca, she's had it a couple times now. You know, they don't want to see her win this thing again. And I think somehow this is going to, you know, possibly maybe put Jade, you know, if she decides to go for a title, she's going to go against Bianca eventually, you know, because I think originally that's what it was supposed to be in the beginning. You know, Naomi just came out of nowhere or whatever, but if people wanted to see, you know, Bianca and Jade eventually down the line, you got two black women they're with bodies of goddesses, and so I'm gonna go with Bianca on this one as the new title, as the new champion.
Okay. King, who you rolling with, man? Who you got?
I even though she could hold the championship forever, I don't see Rhea Ripley getting the championship. I think she had her time, she had her moment. Io, on the other hand, like her first time winning it, it wasn't that she shouldn't have won it. I think they should have had her win the Money in the Bank and let her build herself up a little bit more. So when she did cash it in, like Tiffany did, you got a little bit better of a reaction from it. I think with the second term of her winning the championship, it's been a little bit better, even though we understand why they did it, but you see the crowd reaction. The crowd actually liked Io as the World Heavyweight Champion, and she, it's just a little different than the first run. It's gonna be sad to see her lose this belt. So it's down to her or Bianca. I can't go against the EST. I just can't go against the EST. I don't know about the heel turn. If she turns heel, she turns heel. But heel turn or not, I'm not going against the EST. And it's been a while since she's been world champion, heavyweight champion. Yeah. She's never won the women's world heavyweight champion. They just brought it out. She's been the WWE women's, she's won that one. So this will be new for her. I'm not going against the roughest, toughest, the best. I'm not going against her.
Okay, so we got BB across the board. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we have now come to this moment. We got Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the Undisputed WWE Championship. Arguably one of the worst builds in modern WrestleMania history between these two, with arguably two of the biggest stars in WrestleMania history. Ain't that ironic? Yeah. Now, here's a funny thing about that. It's been 20 years since John Cena's first WWE Championship win at a WrestleMania. And here we are again with him saying if he wins number 17, not only will he beat Ric Flair, but he's going to walk out the company altogether. With that being said, we also got the prospect of The Rock. What's up with The Rock? Does he show up? Does he play a factor? Seth Rollins, as you said, Crump, who ended up stomping on CM Punk to begin with to allow Cena to get this whole thing. So there's so many other people who aren't even mentioned in this moment right here. But with that being said, oh man, damn.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
They go the other one. They go the other one. Another moment. Like,
here's why it's tough for me. And I love Cody. I respect what he's done. But if we're being honest, he's been the same exact person with the same exact mission, doing the same exact thing, saying the same exact thing since his AEW days, which is the reason the fans started booing his ass out the building in the first place. It's like, okay, bro, you did it for Dusty. You did that. You brought the title back. Okay, we understand that. You want to be the next John Cena. You want to sell merch. You want to shake hands and kiss back. You doing all that. Bro, come on, man. I need to see some grit. You feel me? Like, there is a such thing as being too nice. And everybody says the same thing. Going from Roman, from Seth to John Cena. Bro, you too corporate, which is very, very grand coming from John Cena, considering you was like Mr. Make-A-Wish for 20 years. So you were like the most corporate, but then here's also the other part. Cody Rhodes is the new John Cena. So is John Cena mad that Cody Rhodes isn't being himself, or is John Cena mad because he was a toy on the shelf that got played with, he got switched out for the new toy? Because would it still be an issue if the fans love John Cena more than they love Cody? No, Cody is everything John Cena was. So with that being said, as much as I want to see Cena take the title off of Cody, God, I gotta go with Cody Rhodes, man. I gotta go with Cody Rhodes. I gotta go with Cody.
You said Cody Rhodes, Cody
Rhodes. Oh man, Cody Rhodes.
you are definitely 100% right. This is definitely one of the worst builds ever. I think definitely 100%. This is going to be Cena. I think Cena definitely is going to somehow win this title. I don't know if The Rock is going to get involved. I don't know if Seth is going to get involved, but somehow, some way, um, they are going to have. I mean, Ric Flair. He's had this record
Yep.
for 30 plus years now. 16 times and every. So I think records are made to be broken, and it's Cena. He'll hold it until December or whatever. I think that's just going to be his last match. Yeah, definitely. I think this is going to be Cena. But the only thing about Cena is that he's going to retire. So his last match is going to be in December, according to Triple H. He was on Jimmy Fallon a couple days ago. Cena can't leave as a heel.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen, how he's going to get the fans back, or I don't know if I don't know how I don't know how that whole dynamic is going to play out. But definitely on Sunday, I definitely think Cena, a controversial way, of course, it definitely won't be fair and square. Cena is going to walk out with the heavyweight title for sure.
Hey, if he does, I'm gonna tell you right now. You see that spinner? Oh, well, y'all can't see the spinner, but it's over here. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be spinning that
Spinning right off the damn thing. And see, you said something earlier, man. Like Cena jealous because the people weren't cheering for him. The people were cheering for Cena. People were cheering for Cena because KO will join The Rock and Cena. Ah, man. Oh, that's the match you forgot. Who was Randy Orton's mystery
They haven't announced it yet. They ain't even got on the website.
We'll worry about that the night of.
So that whole thing is real then.
Oh yeah, KO. Yeah, he legitimately injured. Yep.
He really is. Oh, really? Okay, all right. I thought
So
that
apparently he was injured.
I did too, so, bro. I thought, I'm like, oh, he's faking the injury just to come attack him later on. He's so cold and dirty.
So apparently he was injured the night that he had that match with Sami Zayn. He was already injured and he needed surgery then, but he wanted to try to make it to Mania first. But he ended up injuring it even more on that steel chair spot.
Damn! Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, he's yeah.
Damn, just a couple. He had just 2 more weeks, man. He could have, but we want him to get better so he can come back. The whole, like you said, man, this build was terrible. The whole Cena, like, dude, you were beloved. Like, people were glad. The Cena farewell tour, people were hyped for it. You can't tell me that people weren't excited for it. The crowd was going crazy when he showed up. And, as long as he was going to show up to, almost every city that he could, it wasn't an issue. Cody Rhodes coming in, like you said, being that same guy that he was, that character he built himself up to be in AEW, and then, bringing it over to WWE, which was the whole purpose of him coming back. It was showing Vince that I can be that guy that you think I couldn't be. I can be that face. I can be that mouthpiece. I can bring the corporate people. Because look what he did for AEW. They were doing TV shows. They were doing all types of other stuff. Like, Cody was all over TNT and TBS doing different stuff for the network. So he was being that guy, and he proved that to Vince. And we all knew what the mission was. He was going back. We all understood that. But like y'all said, man, he's been too perfect. For Cena, that was a different mission. The whole company was changing its perspective to who they were, their audience was. They went from the 18 to above to the, hey, we want to focus more on the kids and the soccer moms and everybody else. We want to make this more kid friendly. So we need that guy, that Hulk Hogan kind of like guy. And that here comes John Cena. That's not the thing anymore. You don't need that anymore. I mean, even though they're still catering to it, but you don't need that anymore. And that's what Cody is. Cody is he's running that over to a time where it's like, bro, we had enough of that. We want to see the American Nightmare. We want to see you actually be a nightmare in this company at this stage. you got plenty of time to be a baby face. You'll always be loved. You're Dusty Rhodes son. You're the son of a plumber. You're gonna always get that respect. You're gonna always be able to go back. But for Cena to turn heel, and like you said, how does that? You don't want him to retire a heel. I don't think it'll matter because how you gonna make it make sense later on?
Right.
Like you got to make that make sense. You haven't done much to build up the heel.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen after WrestleMania? And then will it matter when it's time to change them back? And will people buy into it? Like it's taking people this long. What's the purpose? Where's the end game? So we just gotta wait and see. So I said all that to say, man, I think Cena's gonna steal the championship.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it'll be The Rock. I don't know if it'll be Seth. Cody could beat him. And I told you if he loses, and let's say Jay wins the World Heavyweight Championship, well, Cena can still go after it. He can go after Jay. Then you can pay off the Royal Rumble elimination because it was him and Cena at the end, and Cena got eliminated by Jey Uso. So you can pay that forward as something later on if that's how everything works out. But yeah, man, I think Cena may I think it's time for the heel, even though Cody has only been champion for 1 year, but it's been a long year. It's been a long year though.
I think that fans are fans are starting to boo Cody now.
Yeah.
I mean he's still over, but I hear the fans getting getting kind of agitated with him, because they just want they want something new. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's doing all the right things.
He's not unbeatable.
Right.
But that's the thing. He's not unbeatable, and they portray him like he's unbeatable.
Right.
You know it because you went from Super Cody to Super Cena. Here's the one here's the match where I'm like, damn it, they giving him the Hogan treatment. There is no way Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins, future first ballot Hall of Famer, multi-time world champion. There is no way you went in a match with Seth Rollins with a torn pec and came out as the victor. Come on, man. Ain't no way in the world that made sense. And when they did that, I'm like, oh damn, man. Like at this point, who can he not be? Because if you could beat a man, one of the greatest in the world with half an arm, oh bro, ain't nothing stopping you.
Right.
Except the right hook from Scott, but
you know what? And totally off subject, but I'm thinking about the heel turn with Cena and Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that?
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. To me, this is just my personal opinion. I think that I think The Rock stole that moment.
Talk to me.
I think The Rock stole that moment. The whole thing, with the whole neck thing. Like for instance, if y'all remember, and I know y'all remember, in 1996, the NWO thing,
mm-hmm.
when Hogan comes down, and Bobby the Brain Heenan, rest in peace, he says, "Whose side is he on?"
Yeah.
Whose side is he on?
Yeah.
And it's like he was in business for himself, So when The Rock does that, when he gives him the hug, whatever, I don't know who made that call, but the fans knew that the heel turn was coming before it happened. When Cena made the face and The Rock does it, stole because it wasn't a shock anymore.
Yeah.
Whole shock value. I mean, as still shocking as it was.
Yeah.
If The Rock would have just stared at him, and not done anything, and if Cena would have just kicked him in the nuts, just off GP, oh my God, that storyline could have went over a little more,
and it's funny
where the actual build up could have been better.
And it's funny you said that because you're not the first person I heard say that. And then people were talking about the placement of the camera because so with WWE, they're very strategic on what they show you. And the thing, like you say, The Rock did steal that moment when he did this. My whole thing is this: you could have just panned in on Cody, zoomed in on Cody. You got it. Keep Rock out of focus, keep Travis Scott out of focus. It's just Cody and Cena. That's all you see in the shot. And then Cena give him the hug. You still don't show The Rock though. And then as soon as Cena about to do his move, boom, you just bam right there, nut shot. You don't even look. You don't even show Rock on screen. That's some B-roll you can show later on down the line. I think, like you said, that would have made it more impactful because when Rock did this or this, you was anticipated.
Everybody knew it was coming, and the minute he did that, the crowd was like, "Whoa!" They ended up losing it, and of course, it's like, okay. I mean, I know this is scripted entertainment, but Cody's not reacting to this at all. He's hugging him, and the crowd is going crazy when you hear something's about to happen. Cody's not reacting, so it's just like I think they stole a moment that this buildup could have been. Like, for instance, let's go back to who did Daniel Bryan turn heel on to win the heavyweight title when he who did he?
Oh, you talking about when he became the Planet Champion?
Yeah. So whoever he turned heel, so he was fighting for the belt as a good guy.
Yep.
But when the referee went down or whatever, Daniel Bryan kicked whoever he fought in the nuts.
AJ Styles.
And AJ Styles, okay, AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming. I mean, the referee, he went down. You figure that, a referee will come down or whatever, but he kicked him in the nuts, and that's when the fans instantly bought into that heel turn. They're like, "Oh my God, boo, boo," So, yeah, I just think this was. I mean, it was kind of a forced thing. I didn't see it coming at all until The Rock did the thing with his neck, and it's just like, yeah, I know you're the board. Well, you're on the board, but that was a moment that, he should have just left with the actual wrestlers.
Yeah.
And the build up could have been, because I think they've only been face to face twice since this happened. I want to say, Cena and Rhodes. I think they've only been face to face twice.
Yeah.
And shit, that was what 3 months ago. So it's like, wow. So.
I'll do you one better. The hug was too long. That was the problem.
Yeah.
When Cena dapped you up and y'all embraced, and you know what I'm saying, the hug was too long. It was too much grandstanding. Just pat, pat. That's like giving your cue. Okay, you stand there, staring at him. You staring at him. Okay, he did the thing. Okay, bam. He should have just when he told The Rock, whatever he said,
go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, whatever. When Cena was like, yeah, and then he looked at Cody, and Cody looked at him, and when he went in for that dap, he should have kicked him right then and there.
Yeah.
You didn't even get to like you said, you take away The Rock doing this, and you just have Cena, boom, right, foot to the ball right there. You don't even get to the hug. That would have been more of a shocker, because it's like, oh snap, he just celebrated you saying this, and then he just turned like that. Would have been a little bit more, but let's be honest, man. I don't think there will never be another greatest. The problem with the Cena heel turn is it should have came years ago, where we knew he would have been around a little bit more, so you could have a little bit more time with the heel turn.
Yeah,
it was like people wanted it too bad, and they just wanted to have it. And I'm sorry, nothing to be better than Hogan's, because even though Bobby Heenan, even though Bobby Heenan kind of asked that, to me, that's just Bobby Heenan always talking shit about Hogan. Bobby Heenan's always talked that way about Hogan. Even when Hogan was the good guy, he always talked about, even when it was Hogan and Macho Man, he talked down on Hogan and everything that was going on. So that was kind of like a tale, but at the same time, it's like that's Bobby Heenan being that dude to just make you think, outside the box, and just to kind of rattle your cages. But when Hogan came in and he dropped that leg, it was like, nah, Nah,
Man.
man. And then he got up and
Yeah.
did it again. Nah, man. And the trash that went into the ring, the reaction from the crowd, you'll never get a reaction like that.
When Razor
These
Ramon
people
got hit,
cheered
when
it.
Razor Ramon got hit with that cup of pop or whatever it was, and he just took his little swoop and it just no sold it. I'm like, all right, yeah.
People cheered when John Cena turned heel. People
That heel
booed
turn
when Hogan turned heel. They booed. They cried. They
But
were
real
that
quick,
heel turn absolutely crazy.
let me ask y'all this. Oh, and we ain't gonna hold you too long, Crump. But I gotta ask this: did people cheer more for Cena turning heel, or could they finally seen Cody get his ass whooped?
I think it was Cena turning heel. I think because you know, I just like it was just said. I think that he people wanted this for a long time. They wanted Cena heel for a long time, and I know it might have been wrong timing by him being on his way out, but a good heel turn that people don't expect is people gonna react to it all the time.
Yeah.
So I just think that two popular stars the way they are, like for instance, if it was like Solo turn. I mean, if it was Solo turning on Tama, Tommy, it wouldn't have been the same effect,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you got two icons in those two, I just think that, and Cena have been booed damn near his entire. He was way over, but then when the whole John Cena sucks, Cena sucks, when that whole thing started, when that started when he was an actual good guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think fans has been waiting for this for a long time, but I do agree. It's just that it's unfortunate that he's on his way out. At least when Hogan did it in '96, he ran with it for like 2 years. I think he became he went back to yellow and red. I want to say in '98. I want to say, so we're only going to get what 6-7 months of this heel turn of Cena, and it's kind of messed up for the fans.
Yeah.
I really
Not
would
only
think
that,
for another year.
how many shows is he actually going to show up to?
So here's the thing. So they did release his schedule for after Mania, and actually after Mania, he's scheduled to be on every single week, either Raw or SmackDown between Mania and SummerSlam. So as of right now, you get him at least weekly for 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's better than him winning and doing what he's doing and then disappeared for like a month or damn near, and then finally came back once they hit their European tour. And then we got 3 weeks of trash, and then a little bit better. And then now he's supposed to show up tomorrow. So we'll see what happens, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we can talk all night, but we got a long weekend. We got 2 nights of this. We done finally got these predictions in. The man of the hour was able to come through and come through with your boys one more time. And best believe it ain't gonna be the last time. But we got to get ready for we got to get ready for this weekend, man. It's a lot of wrestling right now. I think Collision is on. So TK's trying to do his thing over there. We got Friday Night SmackDown. They gonna do, of course, they're in Vegas. It's the go home show. I don't expect too much for tomorrow. It's just gonna be further. Let's get ready for WrestleMania. Other than that, we got Stand and Delivers early Saturday. We gonna try to do something. We got to see how that work out. We may be on live for that. We may not, but most definitely live from the West Side Compound, baby. We gonna be for night 1, and then we gonna be back over here for the East Side for night 2. We got double duty, man. It's a long weekend, and not only that, our boys, our team is starting off in the playoffs, and we gonna whoop some ass. Hey, man, any final words before we get out of here?
Man, it was an honor. It was an honor. I love talking wrestling with the guys, and whenever we do whenever we do a debrief, whenever y'all do the debrief of the show, I love to come on and talk just to see how everybody's predictions went and what we think that could have been better or all that good stuff. So it was definitely a good time for sure.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
let's
we
do
always got
that.
to do a sober after show. We always got to do a show after, after the drinking. It's like, all right, man. Now that we done sobered up a little bit, we gotta really analyze this thing. So now, most definitely, we're gonna get that in.
All right. Well, with that being said, bro, as always, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW. As always, you're truly the franchise. He's the king, and of course, man, we got the OG in the building, the Mind Crump. And until next time, we'll see y'all when we see you.